Hey, hey. Sorry that was a bit late. Went over a few minutes late there, guys. I am sorry. So yeah, Friday stream. There isn't going to be a weekend stream this weekend. Sorry, guys. We've got a long weekend. We've got our daughter's second birthday party tomorrow, so yeah, that's why I am not going to go live on Sunday, because I'll probably be just on the sofa like. So yeah, the energy levels won't be there on Sunday. I am sorry, but yeah. So plus this airport has only just come out today, so if you are interested in it, and also if you would like to win a copy, you might be in with a chance. But you have to get involved. You have to get involved. So like all my ongoing giveaways, guys, all I ask is that you're active in the chat. I will give frequent prompts out in the live chat when I'm going to draw it, and when the time has come. Usually we draw the, or rather I draw the winner towards the end of the show, which today is gonna be between, I think you're looking at, if you're active in the twat, the twat. I didn't swear. I don't know what I was saying then. Chat. Crazy Horse 18th. Okay. Whoa. Jumping ahead there. 18th. Wow. I don't even want to think about that yet. But congratulations, mate. That's on your daughter's obviously becoming an adult, and yeah, I'm just, my head's gone now because I'm thinking 18th. Oh God, I'm gonna be what? I'm gonna be into me. Oh no, I don't even want to think. Anyway, yeah. So stay active in the chat. I will be going live. I will be announcing the winner of the giveaway today at around, I'd say if you're in the chat around 8:30, that wouldn't harm your chances. But again, I will make sure everyone who wants to enter and who wants to be involved in the giveaway is there. If you've been on the stream multiple times, you'll know that I'll show you the actual giveaway sort of screen on my stream, so you can see whether you're entered, and we can make sure you are. So can't be any fairer than that. And what I would say is, straight off the bat, I've got two to give away. So obviously I've got 2 copies, so even better chances of winning. But also as well, if you are subscribed to the channel, please make sure that if you are subscribed to the channel, you will have more of a chance. Nightbot that I am using for the giveaways is selected on subscribers having a bit more luck. Now, the reason why I do that is because obviously if you subscribe to the channel, I think it's only fair that you are given more of a chance. So please subscribe to the channel. If you don't watch any of my content, it don't matter. You subscribe, you know, your giveaways will always be a bit more lucky. Anyway, we're looking at Svalbard. Svalbard. I am pronouncing that wrong probably, but anyway, it is the iniBuilds latest airport that just come out today. I think about, what, 4 or 5 hours ago. We've got 2 copies to give away. I'll get them straight over to the winners ASAP. Abe, good to see you. Ace, good to see you. Aviation Switzerland, good to see you. Thanks for coming in this evening and checking out a new airport. Now let's have a little look. I've also got some new music. But I have started our journey in the 172. Just north of Svalbard. We're going to use the water as our navigation, although I have got a basic flight plan there just to give me an idea of where I'm going. I've already taken off. There's no close airport by here. Kind of mainland Norway is the closest one we're going to get, and to be honest with you guys, I'd rather show you the airport. It's not the biggest airport. It's a decent size, but obviously I do want to give you a look at all the details. There's some other things around the perimeter of the airport that iniBuilds have mapped, of course, which goes without saying. I don't think this flight will take us too long. by the looks of it. I will keep an eye out on the time, guys. I want to make sure that I'm showing the airport rather than doing any major flying, but I thought it'd be nice just to start this stream today looking at the fantastic scenery around Norway, because it is beautiful, and the sim does well to render it all in. So looking at the flight map, we have made I've already made quite a bit of time and distance up there anyway. So what we'll do is we'll hug the shoreline and we'll carry along, so it won't take us too long, guys. It'll also give me a chance to sort of say hello to you guys. You can say whatever you want to me within reason. Within reason. I'm also in the ski 172 and the lovely G Geek, of course, with the skis on. Fantastic. So how is everybody doing this week? I hope you're all doing well, of course. I am, as you can imagine, a bit up the wall, as it were, getting everything sorted with the house. Probably going to get it trashed tomorrow. Luckily, there's hardly any children coming, so that's a thing. I know I've got a 2-year-old's party, but it's mostly adults. That will happen next year when she's in. She starts preschool in January. So the third birthday party, yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna be one. That's definitely gonna be the one. Oh, nice ski action. Well, I did take off from the just a bit of snow. But we could, when we get close to Svalbard, we could definitely add some snow in and definitely use the skis. Although it probably wouldn't need it. I think the aprons and the taxiways will be quite nice anyway. But yeah, I got a update on a couple of things that I want to add to the channel. Right now, the channel's in kind of a situation where I'm getting as many live streams out as I can, but also I am working on more of my freeware videos. So I know quite a lot of you enjoyed seeing some of the selections of freeware airports and airfields that I've been picking. So I've wrote 4 new scripts, and that has taken me some time to do because I don't like to improvise me pre-recorded videos. I'll be quite honest. I like to make sure that the info that I'm given and what I'm saying is relatively good, you know. Whether the pronunciation's great, that's another thing, but I like to make sure that there's you know, some nice info on there. And I've picked a load of new freeware airports. I've picked some bush airports as well, some bush airstrips, and even I think there's a few helipads in there as well. So I've got 4 episodes. I've also got some other videos that I've wrote scripts for, which I hope you guys find interesting. There's this new kind of video idea that mostly I find aviation YouTubers doing, and not many flight simulation flight simulation content creators doing. So that'll be interesting. So there's listen, guys, I've got enough to do, but I just don't have enough time. So hopefully you guys start seeing it. Well, not hopefully, it's gonna happen. It's just obviously I've got to, you know, record me voice, make sure that all that is okay, record all the footage for it, and as you know, when I'm recording footage, I tell you what, this 172 is going everywhere. I don't know if there's a bit of wind set in the weather, but it is. But yeah, they will all come, and I'm looking forward to doing more of those types of videos, including others, and also just picking up on the I know, yeah, sorry Ace, I've just seen your message, mate, and I do want to just double check on that. I will talk about that in a second. So I got an update earlier on about more of my video content and stuff that I want to add in. And if you've watched the live streams before, or if you've seen anything that I've wrote on my Discord or social media, then you will know virtual reality is something that I've wanted to add to the channel. I have done some older videos that have since been deleted, which way before I did Flight Sim 2020 content. But VR has always been a thing I want to bring to the channel, and apparently it's gonna come. It's getting here. It's closer than I think. So very excited about that, because again, loads more video ideas. But yeah, that is going to be something. Ace, I've got a handcrafted version. Right, okay, so I've just spoken to Wombi. Obviously, I'm sure you know, if you're into your sceneries and sort of keeping up with the sort of the community action and some of the freewares on flightsim.co, you'll know who Wombi is. But he's just been talking about the handcrafted version. Season, I've taken it back to July, so very, very good point, Ace. I've put it back to July because when you obviously start getting into the winter in Norway, this north, you don't get any daytime. So I've took it back a bit. I suppose we could keep it in October. Obviously, October's now where you're going to start seeing less and less daylight. But yeah, so Ace, what I would say with that is, mate, usually with iniBuilds, they will tell you if you need to disable any of the handcrafted airports. Now, I actually didn't know there was a Svalbard default handcrafted airport included, so I'm gonna double check, because I don't think it conflicts. I'm definitely saying it doesn't conflict. I'm pretty certain it doesn't conflict. In fact, you know what, I had my yeah, I did have autopilot, so yeah, I don't think it conflicts. I don't think it does. From what I've seen, it doesn't seem to conflict. But I'll need to double check that now, because as I say, Wombi told me over that, and I was like, oh, there's a default version. I will have to double check that. Would love to see VR content personally. I fly exclusive in VR. Perfect, mate. Well, I won't be doing exclusively VR. There will be a regular stream, live streams as well, but there will be VR content regularly. So that's one thing I will be doing. There will be regular VR content, but it won't be exclusively to the channel. So I won't be just doing VR content. That's where I did completely sort of you know, make that a decision straight away that if I'm going to do it, it's going to have to be a mixture of content still. With Svalbard, I can finally do VR tour of the summer, Switzerland. Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, you've got SAS from what I can see on flight radar. Also the other company, I think it's CCG or CGC, the helicopter company. They have the Pumas, so they actually have the H225 flying from here. And we do have that in the sim, and we have the orange livery, which looks pretty similar to the one that they use as well. To join the giveaway, I will make sure that people are aware, but it basically is just being active in the stream, active in the chat. I will usually draw the winner towards the end of the stream. So I will make sure, as long as you're still here, I can say to you, right guys, I'm going to announce the winners in 2 minutes. Make sure you're active. I'll show you who is active and who is entered, and then I'll press the draw button and it'll draw you winner. Obviously there's going to be 2 winners today, so much more luck. I hope you bought a rifle for the polar bears. I didn't, and that's a very, very good point. You may see a polar bear. I can't speak in this live stream. I'm terrible. You might see a polar bear in this live stream, but yeah, I haven't. So aviation, no, there's no code in the giveaway today, mate. The problem with them having with giving codes out, or at least asking a question to enter codes is that people aren't always there at the end of the stream, which basically means we've got to redraw the live stream, and it becomes a whole issue then. So I am just having it open to active chatters. It just works out a lot easier. A lot easier. Perfect, guys. So you can actually see the airport just below. And I will have to check on the default airport now that 2 people have mentioned it. I don't think this does conflict. Oh, what ship do we get there? There's a couple of ships included in the scenery, which are quite cool. I think these are all included in the iniBuilds scenery because the I think I've turned ships off, and also as well I use the, what's it called? The freeway ship add-on, and they're all moving as far as I'm aware. They have a actual wake turbulence in the sea behind them, so I don't think it's any of them. I think they're all included. And as far as I'm aware, iniBuilds have also included some of the ice and sort of the frozen snow and ice on the coastline here as well. So what we will do is we will switch it in and add some snow. And when you add a load of snow in, I'm pretty certain, unless, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we get these patches of ice with the default snow. I don't think we do. I think this is a custom thing that iniBuilds have added in. Mark, good to see you. Yes, global ships. Yeah. Global AI ship traffic. Yeah, that's what I've got. Yeah, and the extra routes, but most of those are moving, and they've got actual water wake, or wake turbulence. It's not called wake turbulence, but the water whooshing behind them is the actual term for it. Yeah. Right, let's get down because it didn't take us too long. I noticed flight sim change doesn't always work, so I'm just going to are there any cruise ships in? I don't think there is, mate. No, I don't think there is, but I could be wrong. There is a new EGGD. What is EG? Hang on, I know it's an English one, but what is it? Bristol. Oh, okay, interesting. Interesting. So we have a we're gonna hit, aren't we? We're gonna hit. Bristol, do we have a did SoFly? No, that was Cardiff, wasn't it? Before they went missing, who was it? The English developer? They just went missing, and I always wonder where they've gone. They did Bristol, I'm pretty sure they did. Right, guys, I'm going to take this thing out of autopilot. Who is making Bristol? Guys, I'd like to know that. Pilot Plus, yes. Where did Pilot Plus go? Didn't they make? I'm sure they made Bristol. I'm sure they made Bristol, and it was a pretty good one as well. Where did Pilot Plus go? Yeah, the polar bear is somewhere. I'll show you where he is. There might be more than one, but yeah, I'll show you where he is as we look around. Yeah, anyone know where Pilot Plus went? Because their website's still active. I'm pretty sure you can still buy their sceneries, and they're also active on. They're not active, but they're also available on Orbex. I actually told someone from Orbex who I speak to. that they've just disappeared. And they were like, oh yeah, we haven't heard from them in a while. I was like, yeah, because no one has. I think the last airport they did was Swansea, but I'm pretty sure Pilot Plus did Bristol. It was pretty good as well. Are you in Liverpool? I am in Liverpool. Can you tell by the scouse that comes out every so often? Because I don't consider myself to be like really, really scouse. I've got a scouse accent. It comes out more when I hear really broad scouse accents. But yeah, I'm in Liverpool, mate, yeah. But yeah, I'd love to know where Pilot Plus went. For a while, you get postal spam with advertisements saying me to take the north. Yeah, I'd love to go around Norway. It looks fantastic. This one, though, this is a bit too north for me, I think, because obviously this is on the north. I think this is the most northern airport, is it? Anyway, guys, this one is available from iniBuilds website. It costs, I think, it's around 12 quid. I think it's actually shown. I think these guys are going to show their prices, including the tax that I've noticed. But it's $11.99 shown on the website. We're gonna crash. Why? My throttle would not come out then. Sorry guys, that was actually looking like quite a nice approach in turn, but me throttle just wouldn't. Oh, now you're deciding to move. Fair enough. I apologise. That was looking like a nice. Oh, look. Hey, the animations are broke there, but they are actual deer. Yeah, I didn't mean to. Do you know what? That was looking like a lovely little approach and turn, but me throttle wouldn't go in. It just wouldn't. I'm having trouble with this lately. It's not. I need an actual GA setup. I really need a proper GA. I need a throttle, an actual throttle. I'm not really too bothered about a yoke at the minute, but I need a throttle. But yeah, in terms of real life flights, I believe it is just purely SAS. Now, on the trailer, it does show Norwegian as an airline. Are you going to do a buster? No, probably not. Yeah, I just got it down at that point there, yeah. So what I do need to check is the actual scenery, because obviously a couple of you guys have now told me that, which I didn't know, there is a default version of this. Handcrafted version. And I tell you what, one thing I would say straight off the bat, we're using the Cessna, you are going to see how nice these runway textures and taxiway textures are. Very, very nice. Don't know about the sort of the bushes sort of appearing. That reminds me of Flight Sim 2020 at this point, but you know, look at the scenery around this airport. If you don't, I think I'm putting myself on a helicopter. Yeah, we'll just turn here. We'll just turn here. Yeah, the textureways and the buildings. Now, I'll fully admit straight away that I wasn't. When I saw the sort of the images, the trailer and everything, I was thinking, it's just quite, I don't know, textureless, and it's not. It's definitely not. It also looks like it also looks like there's no conflict with SoFly doing... Oh, hang on, didn't SoFly's... Oh, they did... SoFly did Cardiff, didn't they? Because I was thinking SoFly have done Bristol. They did Cardiff, that's already out. That's been out for a while, and they're doing Bristol as well. Interesting that these guys are doing it. Maybe they are somehow finishing... I don't know, not so much finishing, because just Pilot Plus did Bristol, but maybe they are. I know. For me, I think Stansted definitely needs a better version. I know iniBuilds did Stansted, but it was a... was it iniBuilds that did Stansted? That's quite old now. There is a default Stansted in the scenery. Was that Gaia Simulations, or was that still iniBuilds that provided that? I'm not too sure. But I know Stansted definitely does need like a more premium version, especially for 2024. Is Svalbard being used by Norwegian Air Force by any chance? I'm not too sure, but as I say, in the iniBuilds trailer, it does show Norwegian as using it. Now, I couldn't see on flight radar. I couldn't see. It does say Scandinavian and Norwegian, so SAS and Norwegian are doing shuttles. But then KLM, Air France, and a couple of other airlines do charter flights as well. So there is potential, guys. It's not the busiest airport, but you've got your options. And I think the likes of SAS and Norwegian, even though it is 737s, they're going to be or saying that SAS also use Neos and A320 Neos as well. So I like the look of their Cardiff bit, but I heard you have deactivated the late... Hang on. Oh, interesting. You've got to actually deactivate it. Maybe you've got to just deactivate... Hang on, no. You get a Cardiff anyway. You get a Cardiff in the UK update, so you don't have to deactivate the whole of the UK update. You just go and find you can actually... So you have to do it with Liverpool John Lennon. So Liverpool John Lennon, you have to deactivate in the world update. But you can still have the world update active. You can deactivate certain airports from it. So Crazy Horse, you can do that unless the latest UK update you can't. But I'm pretty sure that's still the same one. But you can deactivate certain airports, and obviously Cardiff. I have got a Cardiff, but it's not SoFly's. But yeah, you can. Now, straight off the bat, I'm going to say that this doesn't conflict with the handcrafted version. What I mean by that is I've noticed some airports, you have to deactivate them. iniBuilds Heathrow, for example, you have to deactivate the premium. If you've got the premium Heathrow, the premium deluxe Heathrow, you do have to deactivate that every time. I've noticed you want to fly. So every time it loads up, you have to deactivate it. This one doesn't seem to be the case. But the biggest thing with that is the Heathrow is part of the premium package. This is part of a world update package similar to Liverpool John Lennon. So I use the Digital Designs Liverpool John Lennon, and I only have to deactivate that once, and it stays deactivated. There's definitely no double ups in the scenery buildings here, so it seems to be working. So there's your answer if you're ever wondering that. Usually iniBuilds are fantastic with that. They would usually say on the product page you have to deactivate the certain one. But yeah, if you are interested, I am giving away 2 copies of this, obviously to two separate people. It just requires you to be active in the chat, and if you are interested, I will be drawing those winners later on in the stream. So probably in another hour or so, I will make sure that everyone who's active and everyone who's wanting to take part in the giveaway can see the giveaway screen that I've got. You can see your name. It'll be ticked. You'll know that you're there, and I'll draw it. Okay, guys? So I can't be fairer than that. But what I will say is, if you're not subscribed, I've kind of turned the multiplier on for subscribers, because I think it's only fair that subscribers get a better chance, and it's not something that anyone else wouldn't do, to be fair. So this is Svalbard by iniBuilds. This is brand new. It came out today. I couldn't live stream it until this hour. There is a basic interior to it. It's not iniBuilds' most detailed interior. You can't get in there with the drone camera. Can you get in there with the avatar? Yes, you can. And you'll notice that they haven't bothered with the shops today. They've just put a... It's weird. It's like a parallaxed interior, but it's... You know, it's like a fake one. It's like an optical illusion one. I mean, obviously, if you're too close, you're going to tell it's 2D. But they have put an interior in here. Some things have got collision markers on them, meaning you can't walk into them, which is great. The walls seem to have them. But yeah, this is mainly, I think, just pure sort of eye candy, if you like, for when you are on the gates. And there is a GSX profile included, which I don't seem to have installed yet. It doesn't seem to be clickable on the... doesn't seem to be there on the actual product page unless it installs automatically with this scenery at exact same time, which would be pretty cool. How's the performance? Well, performance is fantastic. It's on the smaller side, so it's, you know, it's not your Gatwicks or your Heathrows or your Cape Towns at all. I will take the drone camera out and obviously get some speed up in it so you can see. But right now I'm just walking on the ground because, well, look at the scenery. We do have some things in and around the airport that I will need to jump into drone camera for. But like I said, at first when I saw the images and the trailer, not that I was skeptical. I just thought, because of obviously the way it's, you know, the full black exterior, I think it looks like a wood, but the texture is still fantastic. It really is. Let's see what you guys are saying. But how's performance? Yeah. The girl in the pink top has a twin. Yeah, she seems to be at every iniBuilds release. Definitely, most of them do. So we can go through the gates. Very secure. Hello. Obviously the snow coverage is going to be something I'll show you better in the drone camera, but it does cover cars and roofs, and I think even the possibly, I don't know, maybe that might be paint, I don't know, but it covers the rocks. We'll see more as I say in drone camera, but again the airside zone is quite cool. This guy is reading absolutely nothing. Perfect, you carry on, mate. And like I said, I'll show you, you can actually see it in the background there, the breakup of the ice, and I don't think this is part of something that the sim does. I think this has been added in by iniBuilds, so when snow is added, or at least when there's snowfall, you will see the ice forming on the coastline as well. I'll put some snow in, yeah. The roads aren't too bad. Obviously, I've noticed that it must be very hard for developers, even big developers, to get the roads just right, like the angles and the steepness, because it seems any kind of landscaping or terraforming in the simulator, even to this point, is pretty difficult to get spot on, and a lot of trial and error. I also noticed there's these bushes that sort of disappear and reappear, which is a bit of a shame because obviously the new trees and foliage seem to be a bit more persistent than the old ones. Obviously, in avatar mode, we do get a nice crunch on the ground, including footsteps in the air ground, which is pretty cool. These seem to last for a while, but you can start to see them disappearing if you come back to them for sure. Which, again, guys, that's just an observation. It's got nothing to do with flying, of course. The persistence of snow on the ground. But the massive hangar's really well done as well. Again, I've said this on a few occasions. We need to start seeing more interiors to hangars. In this case, you guys, if you guys watch me at all, a lot at all anyway, you'll know that I've got nothing against interiors for airports. I love to see them, but in this case, I don't know in terms of reference images or what they've been able to get, but I would have liked to seen possibly this as just a 2D or parallaxed interior, and this is a sort of an open hangar with animated doors. But again, that's just me saying what I want. It might not have been possible with what reference material they've got. I'll jump into drone camera because obviously we'll get a far better look at everything rather than me trying to walk around. I think these are... Is this an interior? No, it's... Well, we can't. You see, the problem is I can walk through the terminal with the avatar, but I cannot do it anymore with the drone camera. It doesn't let you. Which is something I think that they started adding in Sim Update 3. A lot of interiors seem to just have a collision mesh on them, and you can't make the camera go in there anymore. Ivan, good to see you. Really good to see you, bud. Yeah, they got some nice cars here. As I said, I've seen some pictures. In fact, on Flight Radar 24, let me see what it is because I want to know what the company is. So there's a helicopter company that seem to fly their Super Puma or their H225 into Svalbard, sorry. It's also a bright yellow Cessna Citation Latitude. That looks like a hospital one. That also uses the airport. And in the last day or so, they've had some charters in. So, although it's not super, super busy, it does have its share. Oh, CHC helicopters. They've had their bright orange H225, or the H215 in, and it looks exactly like the livery that we get with the one that's included in the simulator. This one is that is a Sikorsky, yeah, that is a Sikorsky, and that is actually a CHC. But if you go onto Flight Radar 2024, you will see that the equipment that they're using on the flights this week for this particular company have been the Super Puma in a bright orange livery, so that's always a thing. I'd say that the helicopter model isn't... It's very Minecraft, isn't it? Yeah. It's very Roblox, as the kids would say. It is. It's not the best, but it's there. It's all right. In June, Edelweiss have charters, yeah. So, I mean, it really depends on the season, depends on the month. You are going to get some traffic into here. And in terms of routes, no, you're not going to... It's not going to be your Manchester, your Heathrows, your Stanstead, your Gatwicks, but you're going to have this scenery to enjoy. And it's not a massive sea crossing from mainland. It's if you're in a jet, it's not going to take you long. But yeah, you know, you can do Norway, Sweden, stuff like that from there up to the islands here. And obviously, before you even get to the airport, you're going to get quite a nice view. Do they still call them fjords? I think they'd still call them fjords around here. Looks like a Lego helicopter. It is, I mean, you know, with the fact that there's a couple of helipads there and a couple of stands, you know, you are going to see this up close. So I must admit, iniBuilds aren't one for putting quite a lot of static aircraft in, and this is the first time I've seen it on a feature list say that they've included, I think they've included a 172 down here as well. Which again is it's a bit blocky, but it's probably, I'd say it was a bit nicer. A little bit of water here, not too sure what that's for. Yeah, it's the snow melting. It's the snow melting. That's what it is. I will try and sort of mix things up, guys. Obviously, I'll show you what the night lighting's like, which is pretty nice, by the way. But yeah, like I've said a few times, actually, I wasn't too. After seeing the images and the trailer, I was like, oh, it doesn't look like sort of iniBuild's best work. But actually, when you come into the scenery, you know, there's a lot of clutter. There's a lot of ground clutter, boxes, pallets, oil drums. You know, iniBuilds are good at doing this, and they're also great at giving you the option whether to toggle it off and on. And I don't think this airport's going to have it with it being quite a small airport. Quite interested here. Are these all solar panels? I'm assuming they are, with the fact that they get hardly any light in the country. And I haven't actually taken a look in the control tower yet. I've left that for you guys, but the authentic signage is really well done, I must admit. Yeah, so the ground textures, I must admit, even when there isn't snow on the ground, it looks nice. What I'll do is I'll actually turn the snow down a bit because we've got it maxed up here. So I think like something like that is quite nice because you have got it on the higher ground, and obviously you've got that lovely black. Is it a volcanic island, this at all? I don't know, but it's lovely. It's lovely, and I'll get close to the ground textures. That's one thing I did notice on my you know, my initial look, and to obviously obtain a thumbnail. So we've got some static people. Can we go in though? Yes, we can go in here, and look, there's two polar bears, because there's another one. I'll show you where the other one is. He's cute, isn't he? Look at him. And also the desk textures. I mean, look at the wood texture on the desk, even at this low down. And again, this is another thing that iniBuilds do well. When they're doing interiors that you can fully explore, they're fantastic. I just wish that they would give us an option for animated people. Just even if they don't want to, just put animated people in, and whether we can, you know, we can have static or animated. Yeah. Especially on the interior downstairs, obviously the actual passenger terminal where you can be close by when you're on stand in your aircraft. So even if you don't get out your aircraft, you don't actually look around with any drone camera or use the walking mode, you know, you're still going to get people sort of animated and having a little look around. Those solar panels during European summer will be profitable for sure. Well, I mean, they're going to need them, aren't they? It'll keep their costs down, but it'll also make sure that they're not going to just suddenly run out of electricity. It's one of those, you know, because like this was just one of those. By the way, guys, one day we're going to release Svalbard. Oh, it's out now. It was like between, I think, 2 or 3 days. So it was no prior sort of, this is what we're doing, it's coming out in 2 months' time, here it is. It was like, it's coming out, guys. Oh, it's coming out today. It's out, but you know, it's which isn't always a bad thing. iniBuilds have done that a few times, I must admit. And as you guys know, I am very, very eager to see what they've done with Manchester Airport, as many are. I love this sign as well. I do love. There's a one in Pyregi's Birmingham, isn't there? Which, by the way, guys, I am sorry to sort of jump to a different scenery, but on Birmingham Airport, just absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if you guys seen it, and I don't care if Birmingham hear this, which I doubt they're ever going to. But to be so petty to contact a flight simulation developer and say you're using our airport name without our permissions. Here's a copyright notice, take all of the official logos down, and then you can reuse it. What in the world? As an airport, don't be that airport. It's not happened before to him, I don't think. I don't think any other airport has done that. I've asked around on other developers, and I think one or two have said we've had to do some changes, but not like that. Absolutely ridiculous. But I've also noticed, look at the rusted sort of pole. I love this. The rust and the, well, basically just the rust and weathering along the poles, fantastic. But yeah, as an airport, if as a flight simulation developer, you're going to use it, and then technically, yeah, payware is obviously is being sold for money. Do you really need the money that the flight simulation developer's going to be making off his scenery? Yeah, I mean, it's back up now, but obviously Pyrigi has had to go away and spend time. As we already know, he's a solo developer. He's had to take time away from Palma de Mallorca, which he's currently doing next, to then go back into Birmingham and take things away that he's actually taken time to create. You know, he's modeled these things, and then he's had to take it out, and then we've had to have stores rename the airport so it doesn't say Birmingham Airport, and I had to change my trailer to just show it as Birmingham EGBB. It was just so petty, man. Just honest to God, get a grip. But anyway, I am sorry to change the subject. Where are we? Let's have a little look. So I don't think there's any custom things along here. These seems to be all auto-generated buildings along the coast. But we do have some surrounding buildings that have actually been custom modeled. One being the vault, which is quite interesting. I've seen the vault on an actual real-life video. I can't remember who's been there. It might be Simon Wilson that went there, but yeah, the actual vault. Is it the Svalbard Seed Vault is there right now? Actually, that Cessna Citation is taxiing back out right as we speak at Svalbard. It's a bright yellow banana Cessna Citation with like a almost like a checkered flag texture going around it. But that's taxiing out right now in real life. But yeah, it does have some surrounding buildings. Now, the ground textures, they're pretty cool. Yeah, Ace, that's what a lot of people are doing. I think that's what Pyrig wants people to do, if I'm going to be honest with you. But the airport's not going to be able to stop that. The airport can't go and then ask a lot of owners of the airport to update their thing. I mean, if they're being really bad a-holes, then obviously they could. But I don't know how they'd even bother doing that. There's no point. There should be on as somebody wants to highlight their airport, and I know, right? There will be quite a lot of traffic on VATSIM, mate, because obviously iniBuilds are, you know, obviously one of the bigger developers on the flight sim market, and you know, people will be buying it and people will be going flying there, but yeah, so Crazy Horse, this is sort of where I lie. This would be kind of the biggest in my sort of, not remit, I guess it's a word. It's a fun, nice, makes me look clever. But this is the kind of the size I like. This is where you could fly in a 172. I'm currently jumping up to the, hopefully if it was any better, but I'm gonna start having a little fly around in the PC-24 just to get into a business jet sort of size, because I love the Vision Jet. It's so fun to fly, but it just doesn't look like a plane, does it? It's just a weird looking aircraft. Very fun and very easy to fly, but I think I'm gonna have a look at it's been improved, obviously, the PC-24, but I'm gonna jump into that and try and practice with that. Practice starting it up from cold and dark and start doing some flights with it, some small little routes. But this is the size that kind of I like. This kind of size, and then down to obviously the general aviation airfields. But I must admit, the ground texture work on this one, definitely one of iniBuilds' strongest. The custom ground lighting and markings as well. Look at this. This is all thanks to Flight Sim 2024, by the way, guys. Obviously, the airport itself is only available on 2024. While I've got the website up, as I say, the price, I think initially they showed it as $9.99, but on the website it's showing $11.99. So it looks like they're showing now the prices of the what you would pay rather than excluding VAT. So $11.99, €13 or €14, and then $16.02. We're getting custom ground textures for the entire airport area, high quality buildings with interiors and parallax, detailed recreations of landside areas with custom modeled, the seed vault included, fully custom night lighting, including runway and taxi lights, GSX profile included in the scenery folder, which usually they have a little button on the ini manager that you can click, and it actually installs GSX profiles automatically. You don't need to manually do it. And then custom taxiway signs as well. There's a few more things here when I click onto it. High quality optimized textures, custom Norwegian airside clutter reflecting real world operations, custom surrounding buildings, custom static object, the helicopter and the 172. And then, of course, as they always end the same thing, but all models are optimized with LOD level of detail. But if you have a little look at the zigzags, these are all custom. Really, really nice. Look at that. So cool. Yes, so Mark, the P180, definitely something I want to look at. But again, another little funky looking aircraft. But I tell you what, we do have the P180 and the Vision Jet come to Liverpool quite often. Yeah, all texture really good. They had to save money on the ground words, that runway. Yeah, exactly. Can recommend the 24 Flunter flight. Yeah, the 24 and the PC-12 are pretty much quite similar at this point, aren't they? But yeah, I do want to look at the 24. Evening, good to see you. Tom Sue, I think that's how we're going to say it. The PC-24 was terrible at launch. We all know this. I think it's a hell of a lot better now. I think they've ironed out quite a lot of the worst things. I don't think it's fully fixed. I did actually notice, I don't think the is it the S20, what is it, the SR20, is it the SR, no, not the SR22. What is it? There's the little Cirrus, is it the is it S22? That isn't actually, as well as the C17, it isn't actually shown on the PS5 version. I noticed, because I think that's still broken, isn't it? Even on PC. I do like these custom signs. Really, really cool. I love that. This is 2024 only. but it does say on the website, and I haven't actually said it's only 2024. It does say 2024 edition or version somewhere that I've wrote, but I don't think they might release it for 2020, but the one I'm showing you right now is 2024, and the only version out is 2024, yeah. But it's really, really nice. I must admit, like I said, I was a bit dubious, a bit like, does this look any good? And then when you get into it and you have a look around, it really, really does. The runway and the taxiway textures are bloody gorgeous. They're really, really nice. Some of the nicest I've seen iniBuilds do, actually, I must admit. Do you get the nice audio groove? It's a good question, mate, because we didn't really get to hear it with my landing, did we? I will try and do a circuit towards the end of the stream in the 172 and see whether we get it. Although I did taxi down, but we'll have a little look. But look at that. And again, this is purely if they did a 2020 version, I honestly I don't think I'm pretty certain you would not get the textures like this. This is 2024 native textures. The reason why they've been able to get them this nice. Someone did actually ask before, who was it? Was it Ace? It was on the hills across the runway from the airport. The default has a lot of aerials and golf balls for communication stations. Are they in the iniBuilds version? Good question, mate. Very, very, very good question. Let's have a little looky look. I want to have a look on Google Maps as well, because you know I like to. Like to see what it's all about in terms of. Oh, hang on. Where's the airport? I've lost it. I've lost the airport on Google on Google Maps. Where is it? Oh my god. Right there. Let's have a little look. Okay. So that is on top of the hill. That is right at the top. I'll be totally honest with you, mate. They might still be there purely because this is still, like I said before, this wouldn't have deactivated the whole of the Nordic update. This would have just deactivated the airport. But yeah, there is your answer. That is a custom point. I'm pretty sure that is a custom POI from the Nordic update. But yeah, it's still there, mate. Looks pretty good as well. So what I'll do is I'll come back to the airport, but I want to show you they've added the, oddly enough, which I thought was quite weird there, sort of fire training facility is up like a hill, and it's sort of up here. So it's well out away of the airport, which is something you don't often see. And then just up the hill here is the Svalbard, it's called a seed vault, which again is modeled to, the building itself is lovely actually, especially at night, but you've got a basic car park here as well with some very, very useful barriers, which you definitely are not going to get past. Kyle 15, good to see you, mate. Thank you. Thanks for coming in, mate. And there's actually obviously a visitor's building, if you like. Don't think we're going to be able to get in, no. But what I find funny about the vault is, if anyone can spot it, let me know. The vault building's done really well. We've got some guys here having a look, pointing at it, going, "Look, there is the seed vault." I'll be honest with you though, they're in danger, real danger. Can anyone spot it? Can anyone spot the immediate danger? You have way more aerials. Interesting. Because the airport you've got, I'm pretty sure, is only part of the Nordic update. I don't think it was like a 2024 airport or anything. But yeah, these guys are going to get chewed up in a minute because iniBuilds have, I don't know, very realistically plot a polar bear there. He's like, yum, yum, yum. You guys stay there, and I don't know what that voice is. I haven't got a clue what that voice is. But yeah, you continue to point at that building. You haven't spotted me because I am absolutely camouflaged. He also looks like the cutest polar bear. He doesn't look like he's going to give those guys any trouble at all. Those claws might, but yeah. So yeah, that's the seed vault up on overlooking the airport. I mean, what a view. What a view. And then further down, we have some more custom buildings. Again, I'm pretty certain, I couldn't be 100% certain these are part of iniBuilds. I think they are, especially the buildings and the storage containers and cranes. But obviously, this area did have a one of the world updates on it. It's weird, kind of. I don't know. Like blocky textures in the water here, but like I said before, hey, it looks great in the sim. Yeah, it looks fantastic, mate. If it adds some snow in, you'll see that. Pretty certain, you guys might know better than me, but this, when you turn the snow up, I don't think it happens to every area of the sim with obviously extreme conditions. Or it might do, but I see that obviously there's, you know, actual ice that forms on the coast. And then we've got all the ships as well. And again, these aren't supposed to be sort of highly detailed. These are purely for the approach in to the airport. But again, for the most part, iniBuilds do a fantastic job of doing that with surrounding buildings and points of interest. Really cool. And again, approach lighting, the pappies, and all the all the lighting, actual structures themselves, all custom, all authentic. So we have got a giveaway. I will be giving 2 copies away. As of my most recent giveaways and my last couple of giveaways, we haven't done one for a while, to be fair, but it is strictly on a stay active in the chat basis, because giving you a question to answer and inputting the question and then picking a winner, that winner's gone and he's not in the chat anymore, and then I've got to redraw the winner. I don't like to redraw winners. I'd rather you guys just see who's active in the chat and then you entered, and then it's all good, dead easy. Yes, so I am going to turn the lights down now, or at least turn it into night, just so you can see the night lighting, which it is fantastic. I think just in general the whole snow and the whole scenery itself just adds to the night lighting, especially if you add a bit of, or at least if there was a bit of moisture on the ground as well. So I mean, all the way dark at night, it looks fantastic. But when I'm showing the night lighting off, I tend to really not put it all the way down. You can see the vault up there. Look at that. You can see the polar bear as well. You can't see the tourist. Oh, he's at them. Yeah. No. Rest in peace, guys. Yeah, so the night lighting, fantastic. I always say it, iniBuilds really do a fantastic job with night lighting. They really do. But when I'm showing it off, I like to do a little bit of both. Bit of evening, mid-morning. Look at the lights. Look at the lighting we're getting as well. Something like that is a nice little middle ground, I think. And yeah, as you can imagine, night lighting's good. Night lighting's lovely. It really is. Spoiled myself and brought a dream. Nice, 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 Mickey. Yeah. Do you know what, mate? It's one of the scripts I've got going, mate, is a Stream Deck video. Because I got the flight deck. I got the flight panel Cessna Citation X Flight Effects version, and it's on my Stream Deck there. Sadly, I've only got the 15 key one. I really need either the one with the dials on it or the big 32 bugger. One little thing with the Stream Deck though, Mickey, is that I've got it on my just basic Samsung tablet there. It's very, very dusty and dirty by, yeah, and it's already gone. It's lost its battery. But I want to get a desk mount for this, and you can download virtual Stream Deck, and it's instant. You download the app, you only get a certain amount. You can unlock a lifetime license, which sounds stupid straight off the bat, but you can download it to have the 32 keys on there, and it hooks up to your computer straight away, mate. On the same network, you press it, it recognizes it, and it's all done by your actual Stream Deck software. Mate, having a Stream Deck and Flight Sim, regardless if you've got all the panels and all the buttons, it is brilliant, especially if you're making videos. It really... I don't utilize it enough, especially with live streaming. You can do so much with the Stream Deck, mate. But having the bigger version, the XL, you'll absolutely love it, mate. Nice. Sim Update 4 has improved the lightness. So this is not Sim Update 4, Mark, but it has updated it. It looks a lot better. Yeah, it's. I mean, I've had it for a number of years now, but I haven't utilized it as much as I should do, and I've just, as I say, I've just got the Citation X panels, and it's brilliant, mate. It's so cool. Mark, this is actually still Sim Update 3, mate. I've stopped doing the betas now. I'm just waiting for the public, but I've seen the lighting. Most notably, Mr. Saturday's video. If you guys haven't seen Mr. Saturday's video, he's done a brilliant night lighting video to show you how much the masking and the night lighting from above, especially when you're doing some, your airliner flying over cities, looks so much better. But even Sim Update 3, that updated the apron and taxiway lightings, because this, once upon a time, would have just, at the start when the Sim first came out, Sim Update 1 and 2, these were just bloomed in your face, and there's still, I would say there's probably still a bit bloomy, but it's miles better than what we had for sure. I do love the actual vault up there. The lighting on this is great. Really, really nice. The level, the LODs on it is great. Look at the sky as well. That's why you come to Norway and up this north, innit? Look at that. A crazy flight over the ocean with microlights. Yeah, that'd be my sort of flight, mate. Probably not in real life, but I'll tell you what, guys. I did actually get to do a real flight. So one of my followers on Facebook a while back said, if I've got seat in my little PA-28, you can come and have a flight over Liverpool with me. And then Saturday, lo and behold, when I've got my daughter, I have my daughter every Thursday and Saturday. he messages me and goes, I'm going up to sleep. I'm going down to sleep in Shrewsbury for some fuel at 4:30 today. Do you want to come and fly? I was like, yes, but oh no, I've got no childcare. Luckily, my mother did some childcare for me, and I got to do a little flight. If you're interested in seeing me little highlights, I've got a YouTube short and social media reel coming out on Monday, guys, so have a look at that. But that is a little real world aviation flight. So just incredible. Just, yeah. If you've been lucky enough to sort of fly in a general aviation plane, you know, a Piper, Cessna, something small and dinky, then you'll know what I mean. Compared to being sat on like an A320, you know, shooting out of a runway, climbing up to 10,000 feet in an instant. Yeah, that was an experience, and you'll see it on Monday, guys. A little 3-minute YouTube short I've put together with some voiceover work. Stream Deck Plus, yeah, I want to get the Plus. I want to get the XL though. I think that'll be a bit more useful for me. Change the season to summer, but keep it at midnight. Okay. Wrong button. Is there anything else you guys want to see in the live stream? I always try and ask. So so here is summer at midnight, or at least here is the summer at midnight there. Oh, it's just the same. Yeah, I mean, this is it, isn't it? When you get into summer, it's lighting all the time. When you get into winter, you've got no lighting at all. But now you are getting to see those lovely snow textures, which look fantastic. Obviously, nothing to do with iniBuilds, of course, but oh, that looks amazing, doesn't it? Look at that. Oh, look at the reflections. What is the airport coming out? What? Oh, when is the airport coming out? It's already out, mate. So I obviously expressed my interest to iniBuilds of live streaming it. Of course, they're always fantastic to me in letting me do this, but I couldn't live stream it last night, and this was the closest opportunity. And then at the normal time, generally at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock UK, they announced it was out, so it's already available, mate. 12 quid. I live in North Finland, so basically the same over here. Amazing, mate. I mean, yeah, I mean, look. Even, do you know what? This is the thing, isn't it? This location, no matter what the time, looks just gorgeous. Look at that. Look at the... You've got the moon up there. You've got all the lovely textured mountains. The snow-covered mountains. I think that's a screenshot, isn't it? What I do want to check is what it looks like if we add in a bit of... If we add in a bit of rain. Yeah, I have got a lot of presets. I also want the Floyd's presets as well. I have got the sample ones. If we add in the rain and then put... I'm just wondering if we add in the rain, get the ground wet, will it completely change when we put the snow depth back on? So is it going to take the slickness and the wetness of the ground away? So no, but you don't get much in way of... Oh, you still get a bit of snow. The rain on the ground starting to look a lot more like X-Plane 12 now, isn't it? I must admit. Yeah, it's very, very nice. They've got the texture and spot on with this one. Yeah, I think Stream Deck, I think next time I'm sort of able to do any major upgrades to my setup, I think the Stream Deck XL would be one of them, because I definitely do need more buttons, and I can start to sort of customize things a bit more, a bit better on my desk. But what I will say, guys, is I'm going to have 3 new unboxing videos coming up in the next month or two. I've got 2, actually, say a lie, I've got 3 things coming from China, from various companies. I've got 2 desk things that are going to take more space up, and then something else as well. But yeah, it's Stream Deck XL is going to be one for me. Very, very useful, especially with the flight panels. But I do want to get a video out about Stream Deck and how it, how it is useful for Flight Sim 2024. Definitely. I think the rain on the ground still has kind of like a pattern to it. Yeah. Yeah, it's still, I mean, obviously it's still not spot on. For me, again, I would say the rain that they've got going in X-Plane 12 is really, really nice. I also, guys, I will be doing I will be drawing the giveaway soon as well. Flight panels doing the sale. Yeah, I would definitely take advantage. What I'd say with flight panels is they a bit on the expensive side. They are expensive, but what I would say straight off the bat is don't take that as a negative. To do what flight panels do, it would take you an awful long time. You'd probably have to buy the icons anyway, because the icons that they provide are sometimes animated and sometimes really mostly all high quality anyway, either high quality static ones or animated. And then to do all those key bindings, it would take you ages. Plus the flight panels, you just press install and they install. I have never seen something so easy to do and streamline. And I've heard that their customer support is very, very good as well. I've not had to use them, but the Cessna Citation ones are fantastic. I've got multiple profiles set up. I don't think I can actually show you. Do you know what, guys? I can show you it, can't I? Because let's face it, I have got... Let me show you. I know this is going out of... it's going off topic a bit, but it is what it is. Let me see if I can show you. Interesting. You can't actually show the Stream Deck software on OBS. That's all you get. So I can't really show you it. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, the panel. Do you know what? Can I? It does reach up. So if I go to profiles, there is the Citation X profile. It's not going to be the greatest picture, guys, because it's obviously these are little micro panels. But there is about 300 odd screens I can flick through. Now, obviously, that doesn't... It's never going to replace dedicated panels, but you can't get dedicated panels for every aircraft, obviously. Plus, you'd have to be absolutely loaded with money to buy yourself every panel and have a whole... Well, you'd have to have a virtual cockpit that can basically just... Not a virtual one, but an actual hardware cockpit that you can change on the fly. And this is why the Stream Deck is so useful, and that's why a lot of flight simmers use it in some way. Because, yeah, WinWing can produce a full cockpit, but You know what I mean? If I then want to go and fly a 172, I can flick on my stream deck and just be like, right, there's the 172 profile there. And yeah, you do have to click through the pages, but anyway, I will do a video on that at some point. Let me, for the last part, guys, we're going to get the 172 up into the air, and we will get a winner sorted for the giveaway as well. Which I'm going to try and do now if it lets me. So we'll get the 172 up in the air. We'll have a little fly around. What is going on here? Oh, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Right, that's all ready for when I need to bring it up on the screen. Has to be physical controls for me, I'm afraid. Yeah. So obviously, Tony, I will be bringing some VR content to the channel. I will stop. I've had a Quest 3 since they launched, and it's not something I've used enough of. Well, it's something I've used enough of, but I haven't used it on the flight sim, and flight sim on PC, it needs a dedicated VR headset. Virtual desktop is great. I just think. Yeah, but we'll do that another time. Are you flying? What is your location? I have flown. My location is Svalbard in Norway, and it's the iniBuilds airport that has just come out today. I've linked it below. In fact, he's lying. He hasn't linked it below because it wasn't out. It wasn't out. So let me link it. Let me link it below now, in case anyone wants to have a little look of it. I'll link it in the chat. I'll do a few little circuits. Of the airport. We obviously flown in here. You got to see my terrible landing, but I will do a couple of circuits, and as we're doing that, we'll pick 2 winners for our giveaway. So what I will say with the giveaway, guys, obviously the giveaway is for Flight Sim 2024. This is not available for 2020. It's for PC only. You will need an iniBuilds account. I will be contacting you ASAP, as soon as possible. But as I say with all giveaways, please be respectful. Please, if the item isn't in your account straight away, please do not worry. The airport code for this, my friend, is Echo November Sierra Bravo. So ENSB. Tower looks fantastic, mate. Tower's really, really cool. But yeah, if you do win the giveaway, please be patient, because obviously I have to contact you. I have to then contact iniBuilds, who will then add it to your account. That isn't going to be an instant thing. So again, everyone in the past been fantastic with giveaways, but just please be patient. Yeah, this is definitely a Christmas one. Luckily, the only Christmassy one I've done so far is the markets in Prague, which were fantastic, of course. But I've not been up here where where Father Christmas is. Me trying to wink, by the way. Me trying to wink. I am using Echo 19's sounds, by the way, if you're wondering. Once you start using them, you notice it straight away. It's the default sounds are bloody terrible. We'll do a couple of circuits around, have a little look from above. We will attempt the landing, or I will attempt the landing, of course, and we will get 2 winners picked. Also, a big thing with my giveaways, and this is just something I ask from everyone. It's because I want to keep things above board. I want to make sure everyone gets their prize legitimately. I do need a YouTube account on. I do need an email on your YouTube account. That is so I can reach out to you. I am aware that it has happened in the past to others, flight sim or otherwise, that obviously people try and claim the prize that isn't theirs. Listen, it doesn't happen all the time, but I don't want it to ever happen. I don't want the real winner to then be without their prize. So if you win, all I'll ask that is you pop your email into your YouTube profile so I can email you. You don't need to keep it on there. Once I've sent you an email and you've got it, you can take it off by all means. It doesn't need to stay on there. What's the airport code? I have 51 results. I don't know why you've got 51 results. It's Svalbard. It's linked in the video title. It's in the video description. Echo November Sierra Bravo. It'll be the only one on there. I have really bad lag on the stream. Has anyone else got lag on the stream? Let me know. Luckily enough, I was able to, with my cheap little capture card that I got, the PS5 live stream that I did the other day wasn't too bad in the end. It seemed to be fine. I will actually be going live again on the PlayStation 5 beta if anyone's interested. I know it's getting mixed sort of feelings, but it is what it is, guys. I will be going live again on the PlayStation 5 Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 beta. So if you're interested in seeing more of that, next Sunday I think I'll be doing some flying and just generally asking questions again, and trying a bit more. Gonna try and remap the touchpad so it does something other than throttle control. I'm gonna try and dig out my old HOTAS and see if that works. I'm interested to see. I'm also gonna try and plug a mouse into the PS5 and see if that works and makes things a bit more easy. But yeah. But yes. There will be another PS5 stream. If anyone's wondering, I will be going live again on the PS5 beta because I had a lot of fun with it. And it was just nice to see the it's just nice to see the PS5 user gonna have an opportunity to fly. And remember, this is the first time that a flight simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator, or any simulator a flight simulator has been on a PlayStation console. Those Echo 19 sounds are so good, man. They're so good. I haven't got the sound all the way up, by the way, guys, because it can make things a bit harder to hear when there's like a mic and stuff. I've got a feeling that Stas Moore, are you trying to go online and fly here at the same time? If that's the case, mate, I'm not actually online. That's not the point of the video. I'm taking a look at the scenery by iniBuilds. I will do a community flight at some point again because I have done one or two, and although my live streams aren't geared towards sort of community flying, it is something that I want to try and do more of. Yeah, I'm not online, mate. I haven't got any of me online things set up or anything. I will do a community flight at some point, but if you're interested in community flights, guys, then I've got a few servers and channels open on my Discord, and I will do them again at some point. Making Prague was, I felt like, obviously, just because I'd been there quite a fair few times in real life, I had some things just to comment on, you know. So, but we'll go flying elsewhere at some point. Obviously, if you are interested in that, guys, Discord, it's linked in the video description. We can go on flights. We can do some votes on where to fly, and for sure, definitely. Something I want to try and do more and more. I've obviously live streams are a bit more easier for me to get done than a pre-recorded video. Yeah, the boats aren't bad, are they? They're really nicely done. Again, I can't be fully certain if they're all iniBuilds. I know the ones on the shore and all the cranes are definitely iniBuilds. But because obviously this has had a Nordic update, I can't be fully sure. But it looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Look at that. Bit of popping on the scenery there, but is what it is. It is what it is with this sim. Yeah, the ship models are. I'm pretty certain they are iniBuilds because they are pictured. Oh, hang on. So, Ace, those golf balls on the top of the hill looks like they're iniBuilds as well. That's why you said there was more aerials on yours. I think these ones at the top here. These are iniBuilds. They're pictured on their website. Yeah, the ships at the shore. Hang on. So this fella, he is iniBuilds, but in fact these might not be. These don't seem to be pictured or in the shots. I'd have to just disable it and see, and just have a little quick look and see if they are. So I have a VR headset, I have a Quest 3, but I will be adding another VR headset to my hardware very soon, guys, that I will be showing you a lot of on the channel. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that. They're not sailing up the mountains, so they must be iniBuilds. Yeah, okay. yeah. Nice balls. They are. Nice golf balls. Do you remember the Sweets golf balls? They're lovely, them. Mark, could be, mate, could very well be. I do love me Quest 3, but the only way you can get the games or simulators working on PC, because obviously the Quest 3 is an all-in-one, isn't it? It's got mixed reality. You can do it, you know, completely wireless, and you can use it as a PC VR headset. The only way that I've found to use the Quest 3 on PC is using virtual desktop. The actual Meta link cable is absolutely terrible. I'm sorry, it's just a load of it's a load of balls. It really is. It's terrible. The fact that you can get virtual, even with modest Wi-Fi speeds and internet speeds, virtual desktop is the way to go if you want to do PC VR, including flight sim on your Quest 3. Don't bother with the link cable. The link cable is trash, and obviously then you've got to use the Meta software, and that's just no good. Mark, you have the Pimax Crystal Lights. How is it, mate? Have you tried the Quest 3? But yeah, but like I was saying, Pimax and obviously other dedicated PC VR headsets, they are wired up with a DisplayPort cable or a HDMI. I don't think HDMI is the way. I think it's mostly DisplayPort. I know Pimax is DisplayPort, but that is the way to do flight simulation, at least. Obviously, if you're a VR user playing PC VR games that are more action-based and you have to move around, then obviously having a wire is a bit of a pain in the ass. But static, doing any racing sims or flying sims, having a dedicated PCVR headset with a display port, that is the way to go. I have a Quest 3 and virtual desktop works well. Weirdly enough, DCX works better for me. So yeah, honestly, VR's got better on 2024. X-Plane always worked better for me, so I remember trying VR with the Quest 3 on X-Plane 12 when I had the demo originally, and it was a lot better optimized, in my opinion. The other sim, I wouldn't say, I wouldn't call it a sim, but in terms of flying aircraft in decent graphics, so they're nothing like this, is a I'm gonna call it arcade sim. Okay, it's not. I don't think it's a sim. It's nowhere near. But Aeroflight FS. So Aeroflight FS 2 I had way back 6-7 years ago. The virtual reality on that is incredible. The graphics aren't the best, but they're also not the worst. They're actually okay. But the VR optimization and the implementation on Aerofly is incredible. I want to try FS4 because obviously I've heard it's a tiny bit better, not miles better. But Aeroflight FS, you use your controllers and you can literally do like this kind of thing to flick switches on the overhead panel and stuff. Absolutely incredible. The implementation on Aeroflight, even if it's not a sim and it, you know, the visuals aren't as stunning as this, it is. The implementation's absolutely fantastic, and it will be a VR title that I show on the channel purely based on the way you interact with the cockpits in it. Not for the visuals, because honestly, in VR, your visuals, yeah, okay, to have immersion and to feel like you're really there, yeah, visuals have to be realistic. But for the immersion and the functionality, the way you interact with the controls, your graphics don't have to be amazing. They don't have to be. I remember one of the games called what was it called? It was VTOL VR, where you were in the fighter jets. Graphics were blocky, Minecrafty, but the way they did it was great. How to walk around in the cabin of the Airbus only works in the Phoenix more, and you have to just exit the cockpit, and you should just stand up in the cockpit, and then you can go out the cockpit door, and actually use GSX to put a set of stairs down, and you can walk down them as well. But yeah, VR will be something that comes to the channel pretty soon, guys, and I am looking forward to doing that. Right, guys, let's get 2 winners sorted. So, as I say, keep on chatting away in the chat. And once we've landed, fingers crossed, once we've landed, we're actually going to come in from the other way now. I will pick 2 winners, guys, so keep yourself chatting in the comments. Let me double check my... So we've got people chatting away, and we've got entries into the giveaway, which is fantastic. But the only way you can enter is by keeping active in the chat. So Tony, yes, I have a 4070 Ti Super. It's the Asus. What are what are they called? What's the actual name of them? It's behind me. Can you see the box for it? FTS base models have had an update. Oh, I'll need to update them. I will need to make sure that so with FSLTL, I only use them for, you know, like if I'm making trailers and cinematics, I just use them for any sort of if I need airport traffic, mostly just aircraft on the stands. I don't use them for actual for anything. I didn't press get out of aircraft. What are you on about? Oh, I saw this. This started to happen to someone on, I think it was Two-Tone Murphy. It is starting to happen on his stream one time. Kept on saying can't get out of bit high up here, but it is what it is. Azu's tough game, and that's it. Thank you. That's an overshoot, that one, guys. I apologize. I mean, within a 172, I could have put it down very easily. Very easily, but there you go, guys. You'll have a little look at how good the textures are on the ground. Look at that. Yeah, boy. Better strap on the parachute. Ape, you know me by now, mate. That was a standard procedure. That was a standard. No pressure. Needs to be better than before. So Mark, I use Beyond ATC if I need any active traffic. If I'm doing any flying and I want it realistic and I actually want traffic going around and taking off. FSLTL purely if I'm making a video and I need aircraft on gates. Not so much moving around, just aircraft on gates. Just for the bit, you know, better realism in the shots. I will draw some winners, guys. Don't worry. I do appreciate your patience, but if I do it now, then I will crash the plane. I spat there a bit as well. You didn't see that. And then when I finish this stream, we've got to get the baby ready for second birthday celebrations tomorrow. And I've also got to make her little kitchen sort of little play area thing, which for some reason is packed and constructed like an actual IKEA kitchen. Terrible, man. For a kids, you know, for a kids play sort of thing, they didn't bother making any of it. They just put a load of screws and dowels and stuff in there and said, no, you make it. Oh, I tell you what, the pappies weren't too bad, were they there? Oh, it was better. It wasn't the nicest one I've done. Usually it's a bit smoother than that, but I know after flying in a real sort of GA aircraft on Saturday that the little stall siren does actually go when you cut the power, so I don't mind that happening now. Will you show the scenery at night? Yeah, I already have. I already have. But I'll do it again for you. But yeah, before I do the giveaway winners, I will turn it back on tonight, Lighten. And I know this is where the big airliners park, so we'll just park next to where they park. In terms of what games I like, well, for me, if I'm not playing Flight Simulation, I'm not really doing anything else. Before that, I'm very much an open world type of game, man, story driven. Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar in general with Red Dead Redemption and GTA, of course. But yeah, and I enjoy my open world generally single player, story driven games, if I'm going to be totally honest. But Flight Simulation takes the win for me. And what I would also say as well, that I do on the channel, I am looking. I know there's a lot of people who have obviously subscribed to the channel to see Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I do also try and include some X-Plane 12. I will be doing more of that, but I will also, when I am able to, I will be adding some other games. I want to try some of the tower simulator games so I can pretend I'm an ATC, pretend I'm air traffic control. It looks fun as well. I really want to try that with the voice recognition. With the VR, obviously, I want to try Aeroflight FS4 just to show you guys what another flight simulator looks like, a less popular one. And again, I wouldn't say a flight simulator, but I really want to show you the VR functionality of that particular game, because the VR functionality looks fantastic. So let's get some winners drawn, guys. So what I'm going to do, like always, I am going to give you opportunities to enter. Let's have a little look. Here we go. I always promise to do this, and I always make sure that it's something I could do with giveaways. So as you can see, guys, we do have a bunch of winners. Not a bunch of winners, a bunch of entrants. Everyone with a green tick next to their name is entered. Ace, I can't see you. Triplog Book, Kyle 15, Antonio, you're on active. If you're not active, you just need to start writing things in the chat within reason. Don't be horrible. If you've got a tick, you are active. You're entered into the stream. You're entered into the giveaway. A bunch of winners, yeah. No, sorry, Aviation. I had to quickly correct myself. No, you haven't got a bunch of winners. Everyone's a winner. No. Hey, do you know what, guys? Just if I was able to, I'd give everyone a bloody copy of it. But listen, I don't earn the megabucks. I don't earn the megabucks on YouTube, as you can imagine. But yeah, everyone that's ticked, green tick on the screen, you are entered. I will give you guys 2-3 minutes. If you can't see yourself with a green tick on there, chat in the chat. In it to win it, definitely. And don't forget, guys, there's 2 copies to give away. So keep that in mind. More of a chance. But yeah, I really appreciate everyone coming in today and spending some time on the channel. If you're not subscribed, please do. I've got more to come. There's always going to be live streams, guys. Obviously, the idea of the channel isn't just to do live streams. I do want to provide pre-recorded stuff. But like I've said on a bunch of occasions, it's easy for me to sort of get a live stream scheduled, and then it becomes available to watch afterwards. Pre-recorded content, obviously, it's got to be recorded. There's a lot of editing involved, and it's not as quick as doing this. It's not as quick. But I certainly won't be forgetting the pre-recorded content, which will be coming. There will be live streams with virtual reality on them as well. I'll figure out how to do that in some capacity. Hopefully it works out well. So yeah, definitely helicopters. There's helicopter pads here. There's obviously helicopters that do work out here. CHC helicopters. They also use the H225 as well, which is in the simulator. What is there to win? Well, the scenery. So this is the brand new. I can say brand new because it only come out today. This is the iniBuilds Svalbard, which again is out today. Yeah. Good luck to everyone. If you do win, remember, please be patient. and I do need you to stick your so the first thing you're going to do for me is, if you do win, is stick your email into YouTube profile, and then I will send you an email within the next hour. Those emails will then go on to iniBuilds, and that is where the wait might happen, guys. Obviously, you need to be aware that iniBuilds obviously are busy with marketing and getting new stuff out, and obviously they have a person that sorts all that, but please give them a bit of time, and you will have your scenery in there. So good luck to everyone. I will get this drawn. Right. Let's have a little look, guys. First winner. Drum roll. Crazy Horse. Well done. Crazy Horse is the winner. Again, mate, what I want you to do right now is get into your profile. If you haven't popped an email into your YouTube profile, get it on there ASAP. Because what I do now is I click on your name, press go to channel, and then I get your email, which is already on there, which is fantastic. I'll get you an email sent in the next hour or two, or next hour, with further instructions. So congratulations to yourself. And now we've got another winner, guys. Good luck. Mr. Halo 7. Mr. Halo. Mr. Halo. It could be Mr. Halo, couldn't it? Mr. Halo 7. It doesn't have to be on there for an extended amount of time, though, mate. You just stick it on there so I can reach out to you, and then you can take it off. That's not a problem. But yeah, I'm going to say Halo because it technically is Halo. It's also Halo, isn't it? Halo. It's Halo, Mr. Halo 7. You're our second winner and our final winner. And again, I do need you to stick your email address, the one that I can contact you on, into your YouTube, because yours doesn't have an email address. Crazy, you definitely have an email on there. Hello. I know, right? It's like that's a bit of a fix, isn't it, Ape? No, it isn't, mate. It isn't. But yeah, Mr. Hallow, Mr. Hallow, get your email into your YouTube profile, matey, so I can send you both an email after this stream, and we can get things sorted. But basically, if you haven't already, get yourself signed up to iniBuilds store, which I'm sure you probably are already, but if you aren't, that would be my next thing to ask you guys to do. So our winners, if you aren't signed up with iniBuilds for this store, I do need an email address for that when I email you. More stream ends in the next couple of minutes, mate. I will be off because I had no live stream on Sunday, chaps. So obviously our regular viewers and anyone watching now new to the channel, if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'm very active on the channel, live streams and otherwise. I'm very active over on Discord and social media as well. Please go and get yourself on my Discord, linked into this video, the stream description, and obviously all my social media is linked down there as well. Please do get yourself over there, guys, because it is the best way to keep up to date with everything. As I say, no live stream on Sunday. I will still be recovering from tomorrow. It's definitely a no-go for me on Sunday. I'm going to be out for the count. So streams next week, and next Sunday I will most likely be back on the PlayStation 5 beta for 2024. I will have an X-Plane 12 stream as well in the next couple of weeks, and then anything else as well, because the thing with live streams is, especially when iniBuilds are involved, they can just release a product and then I'm straight on it, then I'm scheduling live streaming for you guys to see. So yep. Mr. Hallow, I will keep your page open, mate, but I definitely do need your email on there as soon as you can. Even if it's written in the description, once you've heard from me on the official email, you can delete it off YouTube. That's not a problem. I just need that initial contact. That's all. Explaining to do, I know. Thank you, everyone, for joining me this evening. Have a great weekend, and I will see you again very soon. Just not this Sunday, because, yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I love you all, but I'm not doing it.